Today, it's Madden NFL football. It's Week 8 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Miami Dolphins.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Miami Dolphins and the Baltimore Ravens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they can't be any better as we... the halfway mark, a perfect 7-0 on the year.
And when we looked at this team in August and we looked at the schedule, we thought they had the potential to get off to a hot start, but I don't think either of us expected 7-0.
And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So now the Ravens getting ready for their first go on offense. And their quarterback, well, everyone knows he's got height, standing at 6'6".
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And incomplete to open things up.
Against a team coming off a win just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being up.
Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Quay Walker. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. Baltimore set to take over here for their second possession of the game. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Could this be a potential playoff preview down the line?
Yeah, and I think when you're talking about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I'm so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll set up to throw. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up third.
Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Now back to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. So 8 yards on the completion there, and that's going to make it 4th down.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
And he'll take it just outside the 40. Gets past one man. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Dolphins will begin this drive in great field position, 1st and 10. So now you've got their offense coming out for the first time with great initial field position.
They will be led out by the 6-foot lefty from Alabama. It's Tua Tagovailoa.
And what a first half of the season he's had, leading the NFL in passing yards to this point. He's been a tough man to slow down. So this defense certainly has its work cut out for him.
Ready. Yellow, 43.
Tua now on 1st down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now here come the Ravens. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10.
Here we go, set. 52 blue. Ready.
They'll start on the ground with Dobbins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. A look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the 1st as the tackle is made at the 33. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up 4th down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent, but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
They'll run up the gut with Dobbins.
Room here to run. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 36 yards on the play. Pretty explosive run on that inside handoff, and when you're a runner of his caliber, you don't need a big crease.
You really don't, but also what we're seeing is an offensive line that's taking charge at the point of attack, aren't we? Not only are they controlling the initial contact, they're actually utilizing what they call the strain, the next 2 to 3 seconds, to continue to move people.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal as good running gets them down to about the 4-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Dobbins is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
Another run here with Dobbins.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
The 2nd down play not much better than the 1st, just a gain of 1 there.
2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is a time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Johnson
from 3 yards out.
And the Ravens have cut it back within a score.
A good hold of these wet conditions. The point after is up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
From the 6. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown.
Jalen Waddle, 72 yards. And the Dolphins go up by 2 touchdowns.
Sanders now to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Well, the offense wasn't out there for a long time, but they were out there for a good time. One play, and they're able to hit pay dirt.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got them pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, at the same tempo, and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return.
And it'll be Dolphin football.
Jalen Waddle running out, and that means that the Dolphins ready for another drive on offense.
It's really been a blistering start to the season for him so far. He's on pace to blow past 1,000 yards. The good receivers, it's interesting, though. You put extra coverage on them, they probably view that as a challenge. All right, I'm going to go after this. You put one guy on them, then they feel disrespected, and they want it to. So how do you go? Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for Miami. 49 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one.
And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. It's the fullback with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Dolphins have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that tuck rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Derek Brown racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So a first quarter sack, and remember, keep in mind, he had 2 sacks in last week's game.
And it's always intriguing to me to watch these great pass rushers because some of them, they need their teammates to scheme for them. Maybe occupy people and make it a one-on-one matchup. Other guys, they just defeat everything in front of them. To get 2 sacks in a game, it's a little bit of both for you.
39-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50, 1st and 10. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've got the lead right now, and remember, they are riding that very impressive 7-game winning streak, trying to push it to 8. From midfield, here's Tua. He'll rifle this one deep right side. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Boy, CD, what a start for them. Still in the first quarter. They're absolutely blitzing them. All the points that they've put up, I'm not sure what you say on the other sideline right now.
I think it's as simple as this, partner. The way that they're playing, there's no limits on what this lead could become.
Sanders on for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Those are the kind of drives they like on offense, from the coordinator to the quarterback, the line, everybody. 1-play drive and into the end zone for 6. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. He'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught. It's Jacoby Myers. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. 3rd and 7 now.
This defense for the Dolphins, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
In today's NFL, when you talk about goals for defenses, and you think that maybe you'd like to hold them under 14 points or so, we think our offense can usually get 17 to 20, so that's a reasonable goal. But when you hold a team under 100 yards of total offense, you're going to win 99 times out of 100. And the one game you lose, you'll know who to blame.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. That's pulled in at the 32.
A good work bringing that one back as he picks up about 16 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami.
Jalen Waddle
with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Dolphins have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback.
Baltimore about ready to go on offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this off.
Can't get anywhere near. Nowhere. Can't get in there. It's a rigged play.
They don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They'll look to throw here on first down. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on first down to set him back on second.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
A give up the middle to Dobbins.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field.
Charles, this offense, they've been on a roll. 2 drives ago, they scored. Remember, last drive was that one-play touchdown strike, so now they're looking to make it 3 for 3.
You know, I talked to a Hall of Famer one time about, hey, when you're on defense and these types of things are happening to you, what goes through your mind? And he told me it
launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. It's a big play there for Miami. 53 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nice.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
And he's brought down. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes. And
he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter.
And the Dolphins have taken a 6-touchdown lead.
Now, 1st quarter, and this lead is already getting into dangerous territory. They better be careful on the other sideline.
yeah, it feels a little bit more like a basketball game where one team is pressing and that team can't get the ball over half court. I mean, it is stealing it and scoring it, layups, the whole deal. That's what it feels like right now. They are all over them.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this 1st half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What do you see?
I can't get there again. What the fuck is this?
And what are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Looking to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him.
Again, I can't get there.
Complete.
The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll set up a throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty simple.
I'm the only one that can't get in there.
Of how this game's been going.
On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away.
That's taken on the 25. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. He only has a single solo carry, 1. Numero uno. 2nd quarter, they need to get in the ball more, don't they?
I'm not the greatest statistician in the world.
Yeah, you are.
But a back like that with only 1 carry kind of takes me back to college. In the classroom, not enough evidence to declare what you should do the rest of the game. Give him the ball some more and find out.
Will they incorporate him? We'll find out. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 51. Ain't no such thing as a Grant. Check 26. Check 26. Go. Reset.
Tua going to throw. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against him.
Davis-Price up the middle.
And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Definitely an important sequence here for this defense. They've had their share of struggles in this first half. They just cannot afford to give up another touchdown here.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Check.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there.
With his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins continue to pull away here in this first half.
A strong run there, boy, when he gets it, especially around the goal line, like a bull in a china shop.
And none of us ever want to confront that bull in any china shop, do we? Any more than we want to confront him. Got behind his pads, ran with power, and got into the end zone.
What an asset around the goal line, a guy like that.
It's almost like a safety blanket, isn't it? When all else fails, hand it to this big back and let him power his way forward.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
And the Ravens taking the field.
And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of... The way this one's gone. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
55, my God, 55.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Offense looked a little bit discouraged after that play, shaking their heads a bit, looking at each other. I think they thought they'd get a lot more out of that call. Sometimes you do get the running lane you want.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Check, check. Mike 51, Mike 51. Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go. Right here, guys.
After the turnover, it's Tua. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle
With career touchdown number 145, tying it with Marcus Allen for 6th on the all-time list.
And the Dolphins extend their lead yet again.
So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Well, still early in this one, Charles, but the last time this offense was out there, they threw their first interception of the ball game, so trying to avoid repeating that mistake here on this drive.
And to put a positive spin on it, at least it happened in the first half and not in a close game in the fourth quarter, but you're absolutely right, partner. One of the last things this offensive quarterback wants to witness again in this game.
Kind of an obvious question, Charles, but anything you try to avoid after your first pick, or you say it's one interception, we're still in the first half, I'm about to do the same thing?
I think you want to avoid playing scared, you know, and put it into the mind of the quarterback that you've lost confidence in him. Make sure you get some throws that he's going to be able to complete, make him feel good about it.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you throw this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these.
And the pressure gets there, and Tua is going to be taken down.
Josh.
Fucking double team.
Allen. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Tua sets up to pass it. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle on his way to a historic performance, 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Dolphins are pouring it on. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. The Ravens offense back out there.
They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to
down the numbers. There he goes. He's at the 30.
Fuck you.
10, 5, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Look at that shit. Yeah, everybody just falls down. All of these fuckers just go nowhere. Just all go no. Fuck you.
J.K. Dobbins, 75 yards. And the Ravens are able to claw one back. Tucker with the extra point. And they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the second quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done and in a bit.
He's got a man complete. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, 75 yards. And the Dolphins just continue to roll.
And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, get that water break and get on out there and play.
J.K. Dobbins leading the way as the offense returns to the field.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
That's good for a Raven first down, 15 yards there.
Now a handoff for Dobbins.
And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jerome Baker.
And the Dolphins are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield.
That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Tua.
He's going to go up top again. Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Kyle Hamilton picks it.
And a big turnover.
How does this motherfucker, this fucking safety, Fucking 88. Fucking 88.
There as his guys will get the football back. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's Dobbins.
And not much there as he gets it up to about the 5-yard line. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on here to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Spinning past him. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Jalen Waddle running out, and that means that the Dolphins ready for another drive on offense.
Where he stands right now, he's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Jalen Waddle,
48 yards.
and the Dolphins have got it on cruise control.
And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes, someone delivering it accurately, offensive line giving him time to throw the ball. A true team record, but he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. The last series for him, a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's 2nd and 8. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
Yes,
and he's
I am.
miles away. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Quay Walker, and the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football. Well, that is now his 5th interception thrown in this game. And, Charles, you've got to tip your cap to this defense. I mean, they have been so impressive reading these passes, stepping in those lanes, and picking them off.
Yeah, sometimes the best offense is an excellent defense, and they've done exactly that. What do you think, partner? A season's worth of highlights in just 4 quarters? I think that's what we're seeing from this group.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
So a PI call going to cost him there defensively. What did you see?
Well, I think it's the right call, partner, because sometimes we'll see officials kind of let them play. But by the letter of the law, that's definitely a penalty.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. It's the fullback on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Dolphins extend their lead yet again.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken in at the 3. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Right there, 54, right there, 54.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. That's caught by Myers.
And he'll be taken down after big yardage. But, folks, there is a flag down, and they're already walking this one back.
Well, so much for the first down.
And they coulda, woulda, shoulda had a first down, but my English teacher's not going to be happy with this one. They didn't.
They're going to look to throw.
Derek Brown. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here's a give to Dobbins.
And he'll get this only up to about the 3-yard line. Just a pickup of a yard there. That won't help too much. They're left with a 3rd and forever now.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll go again with Dobbins.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your time? yards. The Ravens send their punter out now. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. The Ravens send their punter out now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called for. No gimme in these conditions, but he's able to look this one in. So possession goes over here on the punt. And there'll be time for maybe one final play before halftime. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive.
And they'll have time for one play. There's 2 seconds on the clock.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Hi again, everybody. Let's get you caught up with what's going on around the league here in the unofficial midway point, Week 8 of the NFL season. We'll start with a battle of East versus West in the NFC, with Tampa Bay hosting San Francisco. And it's the 49ers who are out in front with that game closing in on halftime. Brock Purdy has thrown a touchdown pass. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And for the moment, they find themselves trailing the visiting Carolina Panthers. Trevor Lawrence has thrown a touchdown pass. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they've got the lead over the visiting Chicago Bears. The Titans trying to finish that one off and claim victory. Meanwhile, our game has been a boat race. Very one-sided to this point. And for the call this
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10.
Just shy of the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Drill 52.
Second down, here's Davis Price.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Dolphin 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Here we go. Yellow 43.
Get ready. Switch.
Spike 60. Ready, go.
They'll run on 1st down. Lawton. And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 8 yards on the pickup, and now the...
Entering settings screen, you have 20 options. Menu narration option is set to office selected.
They'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Ready,
Yeah, good work there in open space, and he's got this all the way down now to the 32.
A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Davis Price on 1st and 10. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4.
52 blaster. Yellow, line. Let's make these babies cry. Ready, go.
This is Benjamin.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there. 3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
On first down, Lawton. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
That's a great run right there on first down. Didn't quite get into the end zone, but now you've set yourself up for at least 2, maybe 3 more shots from close range.
He'll try again.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there. His 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year.
And the Dolphins take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Taken in at the 3. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line.
The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the 2nd half.
Ready. 60 red. 60 red.
Back to throw now on first down. And now here's another interception.
Picked off by Quay Walker.
And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken in at the 3. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Ravens ready to take over. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack.
It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it here to right around the 24 before he's out of bounds. The Ravens send their punter out now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And taken right on the 30. A good return there, 17 yards.
Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense.
And we get a peek at the kind of game he's having. It's been a good game. 8 catches now, Charles.
Everyone likes to spread the ball around. They want a lot of people to catch it and touch it, get a lot of guys involved. But sometimes when you have the hot hand or a person who's just really taking care of business in their part of the field, you have to keep going back to him.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Well, give them credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run and then executed.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Switch 10 cycles.
They'll keep it on the ground. Lawton
on a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40.
Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender, and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Give to Davis Price up the middle here.
And he's got room.
And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Watch out now. 50 furious.
Jump, jump. 36, 36. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Ready, go.
They run it with Benjamin. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
They'll run again with Benjamin.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal.
Good push up front, and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Let's go now. Yellow, 43.
Trip left. Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
That cut.
They'll run with Davis Price.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Ty Davis Price.
With career touchdown number 162, tying him with LaDainian Tomlinson for 3rd place all time.
And the Dolphins get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Fields it right around the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. And the offense for the Ravens returns to the field. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
Mike, 55. Check, 55, Mike.
2nd and long. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's complete into the hands of Myers.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he's on to kick it away. Taken from just outside the 30.
Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards.
And it'll be Dolphin football.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate, but we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
Here's a give to Davis Price.
And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Up the middle they go. Lawton, and he gets it down to the 32.
40 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
On the run is Benjamin.
And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
They run the counter. Lawton, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, Benjamin. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Well, they'll take that every time with a lead. First down, fourth quarter, getting 8 yards. You love that.
They will take it, and you have to ask the defensive guys, why did you give it? I mean, you know the situation. You're down, have to stop them, have to get the football back. But 8 yards on first down puts them back on their heels.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. On the handoff, Davis Price.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown.
Ty Davis Price.
With career touchdown number 163, that moves him past LT and into 3rd place all time.
And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Well, obviously, Charles, no more points were needed, but some teams just can't resist the urge to keep adding on, and they did just that here in the fourth quarter.
And we've certainly been on the call to see many teams do exactly that over the years, Brandon. Some to even more impressive degrees. In the end, it always comes back to there's still a defense out there, and it's still a game of NFL football. So if you don't like what's happening, it's up to you to get them stopped.
They'll look to throw now on first down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. 2 yards on the pickup there. 3rd and 7 now. They'll drop to throw. Open man is Myers. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A little too much extracurricular there.
When you have a game with a lot of contact, tensions are going to run pretty high. You're going to be emotional.
So you don't even, I don't even get to see it.
But you have to harness it somehow, and he didn't on that play.
Okay, ready?
Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture is now they've got a 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews.
It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews.
And he will have a Ravens first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Throw right side is complete to Andrews, his tight end. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw again. And this is going to be incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one snap closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though, no surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the cross as he drops it in from long distance.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The Dolphins offense now working their way back onto the field.
And they've got to be feeling very comfortable and confident here with this lead in the football here in the 4th quarter, Charles. And I don't think that they need to score again, but it seems like this offense is just getting better as the game goes on. They've scored on their last 2 drives.
Certainly feels like a chance for them to continue to have some fun out there, doesn't it? Game's already decided, as you noted, so they can continue to play loose, break out some other concepts, maybe run a few trick plays, get other people involved. Heck, even go deep on one of these first snaps just because they can.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Here's Davis Price.
And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. They're going to hurry back to the line now.
Davis Price will try to pick it up.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
108 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Lawton, and he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a handoff up the middle. Benjamin. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
On 1st down, Lawton, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter, and Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams, and that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And he'll very wisely take a knee here as they'll bring this one out to the 25 on the touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
They'll look to throw here. Throw left side complete. That's Andrews. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And that's going to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Derek Brown getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Back to throw here.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
The Ravens send their punter out now, standing just about on his own goal line. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. Final score now from Atlanta. And give that one to the Broncos as they wind up winners. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. They'll run on 1st down. Callahan. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This will be spotted just shy of midfield. A 59-yard attempt. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.
So for the Dolphins,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for Baltimore, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.